lack of crime to socioeconomic prosperity more than anything.
Look, also there's another thing. Like, for example, I live in Turkey. Okay, it's not as safe as Turkey, but it's way safer, for example, than UK. There isn't as many stabbings that happen. In the US, there isn't as many gun crimes that happen. Aren't these countries democracies? Aren't these countries very advanced?
Yes, but unlike the US, Turkey has very strict gun laws.
See, every time you say strict gun laws like this, but you have to understand that there's a sociological effect. Religion has a sociological effect on youth. For example, the rate of serial murders in Middle Eastern countries, it's so low. Like, yeah, you would see people killing someone else, but you would never see a serial murder in the UK, in the West. In America, the rates of serial murders are so much. Why? It's because of religion. People are affected by religion.
Yeah, I disagree. I mean, at the end of the day, China's got an even lower crime rate than the Middle East, most prosperous Middle Eastern countries. Yet you don't see me advocating for CCP-style communism.
Yeah, but that means they're doing something right as well. I'm not saying just by applying Sharia, everything is going to be great.
It's a factor.
Yeah, it's a factor
that affects crime rate. It affects drug sort of like how many people take drugs, illicit drugs, homelessness, unemployment. All of those rates here are higher than in but you're going to say, economically and all that. But me and him strongly agree that Islam has a role.
I just don't think it's particularly wise to pursue a low crime rate by solely. I just don't think we should pursue Islam as a means of solving crime.
Just one
I think
question.
there are more wise ways of tackling social problems.
Just a question on the crimes. So, what are the best solutions to deal with crime? What will be the solutions based on what? On our personal understanding of...
I quite like the Norwegian model personally.
Which is what?
Rehabilitation-based prison systems as opposed to a punitive penal system.
Okay. So you think these systems works?
Very well. Okay. Extremely well.
Okay. So if someone commits genocide, for example, and you put them behind bars for how long? For rehabilitation?
Life.
5 years?
Life.
Okay.
Genocide's unforgivable.
So that will stop people committing genocide just because you put them... How? Okay, let's understand something.
Look,
in prison...
I don't have a clear-cut answer. Okay?
No worries. When you put people in prison, is that a punitive system? Are you punishing them from...
Depends on the prison.
From not making them be in company with their friends and families and so on? Why are you so uncomfortable?
Well, you ran away.
What happened? I don't know. Anyway, madam, what we were discussing, even if you put someone in the prison and you restrict their freedom to be in company with their family, with their friends, and having fresh air outside, going to holidays, that's punishment. Yep. What we're saying is, in terms of understanding crimes and punishment, the best solution would come from someone who knows about the human psychology, the human behavior. That's why we say, if it's God giving us a system of governance, how to deal with societal matters, then that will be the best system for us.
But I don't believe in your interpretation of God. That's just a belief system.
But do you believe in God though?
Well, that's a complicated answer, but I don't believe in the teachings of Islam. So
Okay. What are the teachings of Islam, for example, you would disagree with?
I think the whole premise is false. It's based on a book that I don't think it's got any merit.
Okay, so when a book says, for example, the lady asked a very, very important question.
I didn't ask a question, you're asking.
No, on this about merit. So, when it comes to give you an example,
we could be here a long time and I'm not going to agree.
No, you can disagree, no problem. We can agree to disagree. So when the Quran says, stand as a right and true witness, just witness, witness, even if it goes against you, your family, your relative, your kith and kin. But stand up to justice when it comes to witnessing. Now, do you agree or disagree with this?
I don't think there's anything divine about saying being honest. I don't think it's like, oh, the Quran says be honest. It must be an amazing, truthful, amazing the world of God. Most people, most secular people could come up with a book that would have a list of doctrines that would be no one could disagree with it, about being honest, about loving and caring, about
that's not precisely
about not hurting people.
That's not what I said, though.
No, I know you
So
didn't.
I gave an example.
I think I'm going to start getting annoyed because I think that is such a tiny, stupid example. I can't even begin to.
That tiny, stupid example happened to be a placard in one of the world-renowned secular universities in the world.
I'm not saying the principle isn't. I'm saying that for you to use that as an example. Oh, our prophet says, tell the truth.
No, I didn't say that. You misunderstood me. Let me just recap. No, let me recap.
Most of the Quran.
No, let me
Most
recap.
of the hype about.
Let me recap.
It's stating the obvious, and then sometimes it's stating things that are deeply disturbing about and harmful, about taking sex slaves.
We will talk about this in a second.
No, do you know what? There's no point. There's no point because I'm getting wound up.
You're getting what, sorry?
I'm getting.
So you're not really open to a open discussion.
I am. Are you?
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
I'm talking.
So I tell you what. Okay,
so before you start, before you go on,
you're open.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Tell me when you're finished.
Is it okay for people not to believe what you believe?
Absolutely.
Is it okay for people to not?
Brother.
Is it okay? I don't mean in your
So
religion.
now, one
I don't
second.
mean in your religion. I mean
Can
you.
I answer this question?
No, hang on, hold on.
I thought you wanted me to answer the question.
Hold on. I'm just trying to formulate that.
Fair enough.
Is it okay for you to people to not believe it and not like what it says in there, or not like a lot of it, and that's okay? Yeah?
Are you finished?
Yeah.
Right. So, I will answer this question first, but I want to go back to your question about merit, right?
Right.
So let
answer this question first.
that's what I said. I would like you to listen, right? Rather than keep on talking. Thank you. So, it's okay for people to believe whatever they want to believe. The consequences is up to them. If they want to follow and do whatever and believe in whatever, they have the choice to do so, okay? My brother earlier on was quoting a verse from the Quran to give you supporting evidence. Lakum dinukum walidin. To you, your religion, to us, our religion. So you have the absolute autonomy in terms of what you believe. That's coming back to the questions about merit. You say you don't find anything of the merit in the Quran.
No,
in
I
response,
didn't say that at all.
what did you say?
I said, I didn't say that there's nothing
So
of merit.
maybe
I'm
I misheard.
saying-
What did you
I'm saying
say?
that you're taking all these...
Using the word merit.
No, I don't know whether I used the word merit.
You did use the word merit. You say you find nothing in the Quran of any merit. And in response to that, I gave you an example.
But I also said to you that when you said about telling the truth,
No.
being an honest witness,
Okay, let me finish my
there's
statement.
nothing, it's platitude.
Okay, let me finish my
mixed
statement.
in with things that are worse than platitudes, like you should take sex plays, you should...
We can talk about any of things that you want to talk about. But what I did is this. You made a statement. You're not allowing me to speak.
No, stop for a second.
I can stop, but you need to stop as well when I'm speaking.
What you're trying to do, because I've seen you here before, and you can spend hours doing this, and I can't...
So let's have a discussion.
My life's a bit short, you know.
So is mine.
I'm older than yours.
So is mine.
I'm older than
How old are you?
62.
I'm almost close enough. So you're not much older than me.
Yeah, well, maybe
Okay?
I'll die earlier. So my point is that anybody could create a series of platitudes, a series of truths. It isn't the truths that are the problem. It isn't the few bit where it says to be kind or don't kick a dog that's sick.
You can restrain your language and be civil.
I don't have to. I can say what I want. I'm heated. When I get
That's
heated,
what that
I
shows.
swear.
That shows the superior morality that I have against you. No problem.
Does it?
Yeah, of
Is
course.
it morally inferior?
Of course, it's more inferior to use
swear.
vulgarity. Yes,
Is it?
yes.
I didn't know that.
Now I'm just telling you that.
Who told you that then? Is that in your
I'm telling you that people who use vulgarity and swear words, they have an inferior morality. You like it or not, up to you. You can disagree with me. But no problem. But you made a statement, I think it's recorded in camera, that you found of no merit, anything of a merit in the Quran. In response to that, I gave you an example in which the Quran says, you need to stand up to the truth and be a just witness, even, it's not just being a witness, it says with certain qualifiers, even if it goes against you and your family and your kith and kin, your relative. That, do you agree, is something of a merit?
Yeah, I've just explained to you that I think there's lots of platitudes and lots
so
of
good, so the earlier statement, so that's fine.
You know what?
No. What I'm saying is, so your earlier statement, you have changed your earlier statement. That's fine.
Are we in a court of law? My lord, your earlier statement, I would like the court to recognise the earlier statement was not, that isn't a conversation. I think the book is shit. I think your book's shit. It's got a few bits in it that are common sense.
Like what?
Like taking sex slaves.
Yeah.
Like children. Yeah. That's wrong.
And what is
children
What does it say that? What does it say?
Well, did Muhammad 9-year-old?
Wait. I'm going to now put you into a... No. Get a physical copy. No. An open challenge to you. You made a claim with your inferior morality and you ran away like a cowardice. This is a typical example of people who are brain dead. I'm not going to say brainwashed. Brain dead. These people want to live in a society in which they want to promote tolerance and harmony and justice and peace in society. And look at the behavior. It's too late for her. Look at, she didn't left, she ran because she knew when the Quran came, the game would be over. The game would be over. Why? Because they keep on constantly lying from their what? From their ignorance. Enough of people lying from the ignorance. We are here and we are everywhere. Muslims are 1/4 or more of the world population, and they will cure you of your ignorant blindness of hatred and bigotry. Because we want to live in harmony and peace with you, regardless of what you believe. If you want to believe that a monkey is your God, so be it. But we can still live in harmony, in intolerance. You preach tolerance and look at how intolerant you are. Islam will teach you how tolerant Islam is. It will let you live even if you think a dog is your God. You can still believe in that. But the moment you start lying against our religion, you start lying against our prophet, and you start showing bigotry in which hatred is generated between people and people, we will stop you and expose you. Enough of your hatred. Stop hating people. Have some love and compassion between people, even if they're of a different color of your skin, even if they speak a different language, even if they came from a different country. When an airplane is about to crash because of something happened, you don't say, thank God there was no Britain in the airplane. You'd say, thank God there were no human beings. Don't bring the English card and the German card and the Arab card and the Pakistani card. That will be inherent racism. Don't be a racist. You are all the children of Adam. We are all brothers and sisters in humanity. And yet you discriminate people based on their skin color, based on the language they speak, based on where they came from. Absolutely racism in this attitude. Islam came to eliminate, annihilate from existence this sense, this concept, this belief of racism. The Prophet Muhammad said, there is no difference between an Arab and a non-Arab, a white and a non-white, and vice versa. The only difference between you is the one who is more righteous in the sight of God. Racism eliminated like that. Look at the people around you who are Muslims, yellow, black, brown, white, of all complexion. Islam is universal in its appeal because it is not racism, it is not racist. It appeals to people's heart and their mind because it is just and because it's true. And yet you have the audacity to use all this vulgarity and then get offended by saying you have an inferiority in your moral system. Yes, of course. We can teach you superior morality. Why? Because God himself raised a prophet and told him to say, إنما بعثت لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق, that I have been raised to perfect the nobility of character. So all of this bigotry and hatred can be eliminated only through Islam. Islam will free you from being a slave to your race, of your color, of your country, of your flag, of your politicians, but it will bring you back to the understanding that all human beings are equal. Only difference being that who is more righteous, virtuous, and in good conduct in the sight of God. That is the message of Islam. That is the message that you should appeal to your heart and your mind. So eliminate yourself from this hatred and bigotry that has been implanted in your mind that, oh, I am German, I am French, I am white, I am English. No. All of you have the same blood running in your veins.
The brain has no color. The
brain has no color. تفضلي.
If they're ignorant, should we try to even argue with them if they're not even interested? Is it right for us? I mean,
إذا خاطبهم الجاهلون قالوا سلاما. When you see a jahil coming to you, you say salam and peace and you leave them. So if
all the Muslims argue with everyone.
People are not arguing, we should not argue with ignorance. This lady wasn't ignorant, but she was a woman of bigotry and she left herself.
But people are not prepared to listen. Why do, I'm just saying here, people, why do they try to win an argument and prove
it's not about winning an argument. It is not, you cannot be about winning an argument. It is to convey the truth of Islam.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. No, that's what we do. If you have been not coming in Speaker's Corner, we have been coming for decades. And people, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, are listening to us and they are becoming Muslims here in this park. Last week, there were 2 people that I know of. The week before, and so on and so forth. People are listening because people want to know what the truth is. So we should stop talking to people who are aggressive, ignorant, and continue to speak with people who are sincere and willing to listen. جزاك الله خيرا. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر لكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
جزاك الله خير.